Welcome to Mr. Newton's Neighborhood. I'm your host, Scott Newton. I was wrong, and that's okay. And so were you. Today I'm going to make a correction on my previous episode on part 1 of Is Noah's Ark a Myth? So check that episode if you haven't seen it. Now the error that I made was because I assumed something. And we all know what happens when you assume things. Now, sometimes I say people are stupid for one reason or another, because everyone's stupid sometimes, including me. I was stupid on the first episode of whether Noah's Ark is a myth or not. I didn't check the details of my facts clearly enough, and that's really important. I try to be cautious about this, but in this case, I made an assumption based on the actual statistics. What the statistics said was that 77% of Americans are Christian, that's true, and that about 30% take the Bible to be the literal word of God, which is also true. I took that to mean that 60% didn't take stories like Noah's Ark and the 7-day creation and Jonah and the giant fish, the Tower of Babel, and those kinds of things literally. In fact, 60% of Americans take the Noah story literally. That is mind-boggling to me. What are they not taking literally if they're not taking obviously fabricated stories like this literally? I don't know. But I'm hoping that it's things like it's not okay to sell your daughter into slavery because according to the Bible you can. I'm hoping that they don't take it seriously that you should kill your neighbor for working on Sunday or kill somebody because they're gay. Read Numbers. When Noah gets the 10 Commandments and what he does afterward, he basically tells his men it's okay to rape children. I'm not kidding, read Numbers. And I'm hoping that it's the moral things that are so messed up in there, like I just mentioned, that they're not taking literally. I'm sidetracking. I was wrong about my statistic, and that's okay. We're all wrong sometimes, we're human. However, people have a really hard time admitting when they're wrong. Sometimes people would even rather say that they know something without evidence or just because they've repeated it than to say they're wrong or just say I don't know. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, and there's nothing wrong with not knowing something. We have to get past that in this culture. We have to be able to come forward and go, hey, I was wrong about that, sorry. Does it make us feel stupid? Yes, we feel really stupid when we're wrong about things, but we shouldn't let it make us feel that stupid. If you admit you're wrong about something, the other person isn't gonna judge you for it, unless they're a total jerk. See, the problem is we hold our beliefs or ideas personally. So if we find out we're wrong about them, we take them as a personal attack on our character. We need to not do that. It makes it a lot easier to admit when you're wrong. We will make excuses for us being wrong and still try to look like we're right, like the apologists in the case of the Noah's Ark story, something that can easily be proven wrong. Facts are not a democracy. You can't vote on what is true or not. This is a good time to bring up the ad populum fallacy or the bandwagon fallacy. Just because something is popular doesn't make it true. Anyway, I was wrong on the details of the statistics, and even though I may say you're stupid for believing one thing or another sometimes in my videos, don't feel stupid. I don't really think you're stupid. I'm often just really facetious. Very intelligent people, like I said, believe myths. Most of us have the capacity to retain very complex information. I blow people away a lot in conversations. I don't know why. People ask quite frequently what my IQ is and think I'm extremely intelligent. I'm not any smarter than you or anybody else. Like I said, we all have the capacity to retain complex information. It's all where you put it. I've just taken a long time to learn how to dissect things critically and scientifically. It's a learned process. It's not easy to do. I also read science books almost exclusively, with occasional, history books, especially US history I really like. So I read a lot about the things I talk about, which brings me to, I generally only talk about things that I know about. If there's something I don't know about, I try to just listen and take the information in. I may develop ideas in my head, but I don't hold them personally. I go research later. If we take the myth that we've learned and attach it to our identity, we make crazy justifications to hold on to it. And I'm extremely embarrassed about a lot of the things I used to believe in the past. I'm going to come clean here and tell you what a couple of the idiotic things I used to believe. I used to believe aliens had visited Earth because of documentaries like that History Channel one that has nothing to do with history. I even used to believe that there were bombs in the Twin Towers. Because the 9/11 truthers make a really compelling case if you don't understand how to think critically and examine information properly. However, I never held those beliefs personally, so when I found out that I was wrong, I just felt a little stupid for the people I'd claimed they were true to and let go of them. One thing that I never felt stupid about, though, was when I was younger and I believed in Christianity. The reason I never felt stupid about that was because I was being raised by amazing parents who only wanted what was best for me, and they did what they were thinking was right. And they were incredible, and they would give me really good advice, like, don't play in the street, don't stick your finger in the light socket, don't hit your brother, there's a giant invisible man that lives in the sky watching everything you do. And when you're a little kid, that seems reasonable. It's coming from the most intelligent, loving people you know. And why would they lie to you? Why would they tell you that fairy tales were true? Because they think that they're true. Your parents aren't perfect, mine weren't perfect, as amazing as they are. I'm not a perfect parent, I know I'm making mistakes, and I try to leave things really open with my kids, and they can call me on things. That's actually a house rule, is question authority, including us. If they make a better case than we do, we may actually change the rules. If our points aren't logically sound and theirs are better than ours, we have to concede. I hope my videos can make you laugh and be entertained enough to not take things personally if I say something that you believe is wrong. You were wrong about the flood, and that's okay. Thanks for watching, be a neighbor and subscribe. Oh, and watch the second part of the flood episode and the first part if you haven't seen it yet. Thanks, bye.